Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my Survivor Series Prizewall breakdown. Sorry guys, I kind of took the weekend off to decompress from champs, at least as far as content creating. I still did Showdown and all that stuff. So keep in mind, the faction event also gives you medallions for this wall. Um, Depending where your faction is, as much as 1,000, 21 to 50 is 500, right? So a lot of you, most of you are probably getting somewhere between 600 and 400 if you're watching this. So add that to your total. I'm getting 500 more, so this is what my free to play will end up. I won my showdown bracket. I could not max, obviously, and I'm in a lower bracket, so I don't get the big rewards at all. You can see here I got to 4,537, and I had almost none of the CSS. I made Cody work and CM Punk work, and I did all the Attitude and Striker. So I did everything I could. Um, I just got Ray today after Showdown was over, so I could have got another 40,000 points if I'd got him sooner, but you could see 40,000 would have got me nowhere. Um, so it didn't matter. So 17 of 20 milestones on the free to play. Faction's going to finish 37th. I finished 18th in the faction with, I think, still the smallest roster or close to the smallest roster at this point. Just because I did the tasks with my energy once I had my Noto capped. Anyway, the store. So it is possible, if you guys are wondering, um, I know some people, I've heard a few comments like, "Oh, you're not in a free to play faction with your free to play." No, of course I'm not. No faction is free to play. Everybody spends at least sometimes, right? So, but the point is, you can be free to play. You can be on a newer account, and you can contribute to a very good faction if you try. Anyway, prize wall breakdown. So I'm gonna have 500 more. I'm gonna end up with 1,480. We'll keep that in mind. I think obviously the big prize is Stevie Sticks, if you get there, Stevie Nicks. The Stevie Nicks plate, that's what I'm calling it. Um, I feel like it's an overrated plate, but I feel like it's good in Stip and probably Titan. Uh, it makes a lot of not good people usable. Kind of. It makes a lot of older cards usable. It doesn't take a lot of people to the next level, and the people it does, you sort of get that Muta effect where Muta hits super hard, but is not super fast, right? And especially like in Blackman's case, where it goes off a couple times and all that jazz, right? But I do still think you get there, that's the play, right? We'll look through all the plates in a second. Shards, I mean, the Haku shards, I feel like are the best value on here of this tier, right? Free to play isn't in this tier. But all of these are good cards with Haku um, and Birdman and Kofi all having hot tag links, right? The Haku is incredible for Titan. Keep that in mind. Kofi can be very good as well for Titan. So I think any of these, whichever one you're closest to, look to the era if you need more help in that era. Potentially go that route. Great though, New Day link for Showdown. So he gets the Showdown bonus link that the others don't get. Legendary is probably the hardest to fill of the three eras. So there's that. And then he is the hardest hitter by far out of all of them. So that's kind of your breakdown on those. I think the wood shards are a steal. Absolutely. I think he's solid. Julia is incredible, right? Julia is and Bliss are the two best lady powerhouses by far. I would not mind a copy of either of them in the dudes. They're so good. El Grande has healing. Hot tag for El Grande, hot tag for Julia, hot tag for Woods. Kind of noticing a theme here. Um, So I like that on all of them. But Woods is the cheapest value for sure at 289. So he jumps way, way out. If you don't have Woods, this would be a good time to snag them. Pricing here is all great. Smash is amazing. Bex is amazing. Black can be really good for Titan. So these are all fine prices. I'm not a fan of the strap pricing. I assume we're going to now see 200%ers on Prizewall now that we've added 200% to the game. So a lot of people might be like, "Ooh, shiny 200% strap. I'm going to go for that." Yeah, not this guy. I'll get them as I get them through events. I'm not really worried about that extra 50%, to be honest, as far as selecting it from Prizewalls, unless there's nothing else you can use, right? Always keep in mind the affiliation straps. This can roll a 4 times, which is huge, and you can also get icons of WrestleMania with it. So it's always worth thinking about at the least. And then regular affiliation straps. I need a ton of these on the free to play at a certain point. I'll have to start going for those. They just make your life easier with your MP trainers if you get them, right? So I kind of think the shards are all pretty solidly priced, right? If I'd got a little bit farther, I would be in range of all of them. Um, and the ones I am in range of are all quite good, right? So I could get 2 sets of Grande, not quite 2 sets of Julia. I probably, honestly, I still don't have Alistair Black. I'd like to get him recruited. I'll probably end up going some kind of route with like woods and black because I'll end up with 1480. So let's look at the plates. 1480. Where could that get me? Cannot get a crossfire. Can get a transfusion. I don't need it. No one I'm going to be using black leeches on. I think I may already have that. I think I have a rainbow one. Black reinforce. Oh, I couldn't get that. Not super excited. Black barber's blades. Also not really exciting for me. If I had got there, I for sure would have taken the yellow reinforcement. Um, and I'll end up just short because Zombie Penta can use it, right? So if you're using Penta and you have trouble like with the multiply set, it just isn't hitting hard for you. You have it doesn't recycle, right? Then you take the yellow reinforcement instead of the multiply move. You use the reinforce move in green, yellow, yellow. You only need 3 MP to get loaded. Very, very useful on Zombie Penta. So I kind of like the shout out there. This can be pretty good on Trick Bubba, the yellow flurries, if you're looking for something there. And the yellow explosion can be good on Bex with the. No, I'm sorry, not the yellow explosion. The yellow crossfire can be good on Bex. Right, yellow explosion. I'd have to look at my chart, but I don't think I was impressed with that on anyone. Um, so like of those, the flurries and the crossfire are probably the most interesting. Like I said, Bex can use the crossfire, but you'd also need the anniversary, and her multiply set is beastly. Black flurries I think has plenty of homes. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Um, and the black explosion Dom. So I actually really like this for Dirty Dom a lot, especially if you have the anniversary to go with it. This is quite good on him. So like of this range and this for Smash, these two are by far the best in this range, and it's not close. Dom and Smash, if you want to run those builds, right? So I do like both of those plates at that pricing. I already have this for Smash if I wanted to go that route. If I got to 1919, I probably would take this for Judgment Day Dom, or this for Penta, right? Zombie Penta on this account. Probably Zombie Penta right now, but I really want that for Dom. So I think those are kind of the bigger ones there. Yellow Transfusion, if you have their anniversary plate with Striker Steve, the Bloodsucker with Steve, Austin 316 is really good there. So that's kind of some spots for those. This is good on Dom's move damage set. New Dom, this month's Dom. Botchman, red, you want the universal one. This feels like a waste here and overpriced. This is solid. I do think, though, I would take the explosion for Dom, assuming I had the other one, over this plate, assuming I had the anniversary, right? And then this for Smash is quite good. So this is one where I think shards are probably in play for a lot of people if you need them. So I don't mind shards on this wall at all. To be honest, I feel like it's kind of a little bit weaker one, potentially, than we see sometimes, right? So I feel like shards is probably a good play on this price wall. Sorry this is a little bit late, guys, but I took the weekend off from making content, and this obviously Prizewall didn't come out till Saturday. And yeah, I just really kind of reset my batteries over the weekend since I do a lot of content. It's just I'm trying to play 2 accounts as well, so I try to get the stuff done for the accounts as quick as I can, and then not really think about champs during the weekend to kind of reset myself for the week. And that's allowed me to keep the pace up, as it were. Free to play, I'm still like 1,000 shards from Aleister Black. I'll probably take these 2 sets in these 2 sets and see where I'm at. I will consider Julia. And then smash shards for evolving him um, is probably what I'm looking at on the free to play. I'll have to do the math and total it. Julia is really expensive. Let's see where I am from her. Is it JIU? Yeah, I'm not close, so that's probably not going to happen. And woods, I'm starting to get really close on, so I'm for sure taking those. Because I'm 600 away now, 550, so, you know, that'll get me a little bit closer, so I'll take those. And then I'll take the black shard, since that gets me closer to him. 400 will put me 600 away, still a ways to go. Actually, I think there's a month long, right? Let's look into this. This is kind of sidetracking where we're going here. So this and those would put me 100 away from black. Yeah. I think we will definitely be taking the black shards then. Absolutely. Yep. So I'll be 100 away from him. I'll be closer to woods. Yeah. All right. So that's the free to plays game plan. Still not gonna take affiliation straps yet, as I'm trying to get these ones, the some of the, like, the chases I was closer on, and I and just missed, like woods, since my account started doing better. I'm trying to get those finished out. Um, Julia, I wasn't very good. Black, I wasn't very good on the A tier yet, so I'm not close to them. But black is easy to knock out, so I'm trying to get those knocked out. So I have more of the requirements for stuff before I start, and then I'm obviously getting plates whenever I can. As far as the plates I have with my thoughts on that, obviously we talked about Penta with the ultimate. Um, you can see I have a rainbow transfusion, right? So, and I have a yellow transfusion and a yellow crossfire, and a black crossfire. That's why none of that stuff really interests me. Not that I can get there anyway, I can't. I would definitely probably take a snowfall plate for Bubba if I could get there, but I can't. So yeah, that's the thought process there. And I don't see a point of taking a red one when universal's what you really want on the botch plates. So yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Hope this helped, and I hope you had a great weekend. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. And again, sorry I didn't get this earlier. I hope it helps at least a few people. It is what it is.